need to get going before we get FBI out here, dude.
Okay, get the FBI. All right, don't get that close. 6 foot distance, bro. 6 foot distance, bro.
We got reports that you were on private property filming.
Nope, I'm on the street. See, am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are. You're not free to go.
For what? Why am I still here then?
I'm still investigating the trespassing crime.
For what?
Now I'm telling you that I'm detaining you for up to an hour until we determine whether or not
they told me
the
to
crime
leave.
of trespass. You want to continue talking over me?
So, I am out here on 4th Street and Lake Mead, way out by the Fiesta Hotel in Henderson. It's Pitbull Cop Watch Las Vegas here. See the trusty scooter as always. And we're here to do a audit of a building that's called Titum. That is a place that a viewer recommended me go filming. It's a big titanium plant out here with government contracts. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm on my way. The only way up there is up this street. It's all the way at the end, like it's almost the hole where that red truck is down there. So I'm gonna go check it out, guys. So as you can see, guys, I'm on the scooter moving. Check it all out. There's a whole bunch of industrial stuff, like this extreme warehouse with the extreme snorkels and condors. That's over here. Yeah, Henderson Office Park. Got some little office. But for the most part, see, it's stuff like this where they're mining and stuff. So this is Robertson's Ready Mix facility. Pretty cool. You see? So here we are. This is the whole facility. It's all around me. This is called the Timet facility, a titanium plant. This is pretty crazy. This is like an old structure that I pulled up on here. You can tell it's been here for a long time. So, raising safety awareness. Chlor-alkali products. So, it's pretty cool. The mountain. You see, so I'm way out here. There's the Fiesta Hotel. You see the sign way over there. This is all part of their facility. Once we pass that Ready Mix facility down there that I was talking about, I think that was the end of, that was where the beginning of their facility, Timet, started. So you can see it goes way over there. So we're gonna go see. All right, here we are. We're on the scooter. We'll go check it out. So this is office visitors plant is this way, and the plant entrance is that way. So I guess the office is this way. Pretty interesting. Here comes a big truck. I don't have time for this guy. Who is this guy? Well, see what this thing is?
What's going on? What you doing here? What are you doing here? You work here? You got any business here? It's a private road. You need to get going in.
This is public property right here, the street. I just came up this street.
This is a private...
This is a public 4th Street access for the public.
Private road, sir.
There's private over there. There's no signs that say I can't be on this road right here.
Sir, there's something there that says no photographing.
It says no, that doesn't matter. I'm in a public area.
You need to get going before we get FBI out here, dude.
Okay, get the
this
FBI.
Is governed under DHS.
You can call the FBI, bro. That's crazy. You would waste resources like that for me doing some filming.
Let's get going, dude.
This is public photography. I'm allowed to be filming, but man.
You're allowed to be filming in the general public.
I am.
Just get going, please.
I'm allowed to film anything I want in this area.
Let's just go.
I don't need to. I'm
You don't
filming.
need to, but you're just to make my job and your job easier.
I know, but you just said that I needed to. Now you say I don't need to.
DHS is governing this site, sir, so you just got to get going. Come on.
Okay, this is a public facility, though, paid by the public, if it has government contracts. I'm not on your property, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. You hear that, guys? He's trying to tell me. He said at first that I was on his property. Then he says that I don't need to leave, but it would just make his job easier. Do you have identification? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
What do you want me to do with this guy here?
I guess he doesn't want to identify himself. He wants to ask me, you know, to be, you know, we want to be, you know, polite to each other. I ask him, he doesn't want to answer my question.
As I said, all I can tell you is this site is governed by DHS. You need to get going.
So what's your name?
Come on.
This is where I'm supposed to be, bro. I'm over here doing my job.
This is a private road, sir, so just get going.
It's not a private road.
It is.
You even said it before, and I already know. I've looked it up on Google Maps. This is public access, this road. That right there, past those gates, past that gate, yeah, that's your property. I'm not nowhere near that. I'm not going in your property.
Okay?
Or that's their property. I know. I understand, but
I'm wasting time, dude. Stop.
I got things to do.
I don't have time for this. Let's go.
I do. This is my job.
Well, do your job somewhere else.
This is what my job is.
Get the proper stuff to film, do your stuff, and then...
I did get the proper stuff to film.
Who?
You know what that is?
From who?
The Constitution. My First Amendment right to film in public.
Okay, dude. You're wasting your time.
You're the one that said you wanted to call the FBI for me doing a illegal activity.
Stop it. Stop it. You're wasting your time.
I'm wasting my time doing what?
That.
All right. If you want to leave me alone so I can continue doing what I'm doing. Oh, God. Here comes another guy. Let's see what this guy wants to say now.
Hey, this is private. It's not public.
This is a public street. I can't hear you. I'm not here to do no ill will. I'm just here filming.
I understand, but this is a highly sensitive area.
I know, and I'm not in an unrestricted area. I'm on a public street.
All right.
Because, you know, I'm just saying. I mean, he said it too. All right, don't get that close. 6 foot distance, bro.
Yeah,
6 foot distance, bro.
Yeah, don't get it.
Yeah, look, even he's telling you to get away from me. 6 foot distance. You
Stop.
see how far he is? I can touch him. You think my arm's 6 foot? Wow, look at that intimidation factor. Did you see that? Tried to assault me.
Okay.
Tried to assault me.
Let's go.
Wow, even your own partner told you stop, get away, because that was ridiculous what you just did. I've been professional this whole time. This is a First Amendment protected activity on a public street that I'm filming. You wanted to do that? I got you now. I'm gonna look you up because you're public record with your company. I'm gonna put in a complaint with Allied Security right now. That's for sure. Your guy right here was on film saying for you to stop and you kept doing it. So if he's your supervisor, that's even worse. So you see these guys, they don't know what to do. I'm gonna continue doing my thing, go film the other buildings that I need to film. And we'll see if the FBI shows up. I hope the FBI shows up. That would be the best thing ever, man. You can't believe you said that. You just spouted off like you've been watching some FBI files. I'm gonna call the FBI. Come on, man. Do you know how dumb you sounded when you did that? At least you do. That's good. That's all I needed to see. I mean, you know that was ridiculous. Then you tell me I'm allowed to be here just to leave. If you would have been polite, I would have been gone. I was filming one little area. He doesn't want to hear it no more because he lied and did his little thing. Wow, man, so unprofessional. It's all right, you can photo me. That's a First Amendment protected activity, man. You see this guy? I mean, this guy doesn't want to talk no more. He was professional, but his buddy wasn't. Now he wants to be unprofessional. I'm asking him if I should wait for the FBI to come, because I will wait. I'm not going to run for something that I'm doing legal activity. And he won't respond. You see this. This is live. Everyone's talking right now about why aren't you responding and doing your job, a professional, what security's supposed to do. You're not gonna respond. So is the FBI showing up? Yeah, I'm gonna go film some more buildings and I'll be right here, man, if they show up. Oh my God. This is the lack of stupidity that you deal with. So we're gonna go up here, guys. We're gonna go up above the hill and see what they say about me being right here. What? This is a public street.
This is private property.
This is a public street though.
No problem, I'll have the cops come to.
All right, they already threatened me with the FBI. Have a good day, bro. You're just as dumb as them, stupid fuck. You hear that, guys? Now he's gonna call the cops, he said. Here's the cops here, so we're gonna see right here. Oh, here's a cop right here. Let's see what he wants to say. Shit. There it is. That's Henderson Police Department, as you see. So he's pulling over. He's gonna make contact. We'll see what he wants. So you see that's car 5935. We'll ask him for his badge and all that in a minute. We'll see what's up. So I'm gonna move and we'll see if this guy gets all tripped out if I move. Let's see if he wants to move. I'm gonna go this way. I thought he was gonna just say something, but he's not. Let's just keep walking up. This cop, I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Let's see. Let's wait for this cop. See what he wants to say, man. I'm done with this. Oh, God. You can already tell it's going to be a tyrant. Let's see what he says.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. We got reports that you were on private property filming.
Nope. I'm on this street. Unless this is a private street all of a sudden, which it's not, because I asked all the companies right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to tell that. They've been harassing me, following me for 20 minutes or 30 minutes maybe. They keep going up with their little golf carts way up. I'm not on nobody's property. I'm not doing no ill will.
You never went on their private property?
I'm not on their property. This street, I never went off the street. Nothing that says no unauthorized access, nothing. I never went past their gates. I never went past their guard shacks, nothing. Never went up to their guard shacks. So I can be right just like I'm here filming right here. I can be this is what I do for a living, and I'm doing a story. I told them that. They keep harassing me. I'm finishing up my story, and that's it.
What are you doing a story on, can I ask?
I'm not going to say, because then if I tell you the story, how can I release the story? It's not a story anymore. So I don't release any information ever.
I'm just going to verify that you weren't trespassing, because we were told that you were. So what's your last name?
I'm not gonna. I don't have to give my ID for what? I haven't done a crime.
I'm investigating a crime. I have reasonable.
There's no reasonable suspicion of me committing a crime with a camera. No, it's not. I'm filming. I'm a photographer, and that's what I'm doing.
You were told that you were trespassing.
Okay, so you need to go investigate it, but I'm not trespassing.
Doing. I'm here investigating.
They never trespass me. No cop has trespassed me. Nobody can trespass me from a public street. I have witnesses at this property here that watched them and even commented on it and said that what they were doing was following me and harassing them. They would testify against it. So go do your investigation. I don't need to give my name and ID, but I don't need to give my name and ID up for anything. I don't give up. That's a Fourth Amendment right. I don't have to reveal that to you for nothing. I've done no crime. There's no suspicion of a crime. I'm here filming, and that's it. And you know that's all I'm doing. So you can't violate my right. Well, you're watching, and you came up and filmed. So, and you can go ask anybody else around these properties. I'm doing nothing else but filming, and that's not a suspicion of a crime. You cannot suspect that of a crime from me just filming right here.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm on a public property. I don't care, bro. I'm not gonna talk to you. Am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are.
For what? For what crime?
Until I find out whether or not you were trespassing.
What crime?
I just told you.
What
trespassing.
Crime? There is no trespassing. Because how can you trespass from this?
That's
how can you trespass? This road goes all the way down. I can be on this road anywhere it goes.
For one, you're a pedestrian in the roadway right now.
No, I'm not. I'm right here because this is the easement. This is public easement.
This is easement. That's roadway.
This is public easement too. Right here.
This is roadway.
This has been broke. This is public easement. I looked it up on Google Maps.
Google Maps is not the official.
Okay, and I'll go do your investigation. I'm done talking to you.
That's fine.
Go live. What's your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Anderson. My badge number is 2083. You're still refusing to identify yourself?
I'm not refusing, I don't have to. There's no articulate of a crime committed, and I haven't committed a crime, so I don't need to reveal myself for no reason.
All right, so you're refusing to identify yourself.
I'm not refusing. Don't try to put words in my mouth.
I'm asking you to identify yourself.
I'm telling you that what crime have I committed, and there is no crime.
Okay.
You know I'm on public property, and this is public property. You can't trespass me from public property, so
you're
I'm done.
refusing to identify yourself?
I'm not refusing to identify.
You're not willing to identify yourself?
I'm not going to answer any more questions of yours. Now you're trying to entrap me.
I'm not trying to entrap you at all.
I've had good interactions with Henderson police. You're going to be the first one to be a tyrant. This is crazy.
Don't be a tyrant.
I don't have no reason to identify, and you know that. Go do your job. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Control 221. Can you connect me to the PR on my phone?
I'm going to get my phone right here. Is that all right? You good? I'm not here to do ill will.
I just got the phone.
Contact Robert Lukerson, law office.
God, see me, the truck.
Hopefully he's doing his job and educating this guy right now on what trespassing really is. No, because I'm being illegally detained. He's already failed on that. An illegal detainment for no reason. I'm stuck here. I can't leave. He told me I cannot leave. No. Oh, I'm live right now. That's why I said go on live. You can watch it too. I'm live right now. I'm telling you right now, this guy right here is illegally detaining me because these guys, they said they were going to call the FBI. So that's what they said. They were going to call the FBI. Here comes the guy that did the illegal 911 call.
All right, so what they are advising is that this is a private property.
Okay, I never heard. That's not what they told me before, and I got that on camera.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is that certain portions are owned by certain companies around here.
I know. This is not their portion.
So this portion is Ahern, but he's got pictures of you on their portion.
No, I was on the public roadway because I was driving down on my scooter, and then I realized it was a dead end, and I came back up. So he can't play that, and I got that all on camera, and so does Ahern because I've talked to them.
That's fine. But what I'm telling you is he's got a picture of you.
Yeah, I got a picture of them coming up here and harassing me. Why are they up here harassing me?
Because they've been up here. Out why you're on the property.
No, I wasn't on the property. I turned around and came back up, and I got told by the one guard right here at the hard hat that I was allowed to be on the property just to please leave because it's making his job harder. That's exact words. I got it on camera, man. I'm live with over 3,500 people right now, man.
That's great.
That's ridiculous that you're going to illegally detain me for nothing.
I'm not illegally detaining you from nothing.
I'm ready to go. Am I ready to go? Because I'm done talking to you.
You're not free to go.
For what? Why am I still here then?
I'm still investigating the trespassing.
For what?
Trespassing.
I'm ready to go. Nobody's even asked me to leave, so it doesn't matter. I'm ready to go. This is illegal detainment.
No, it's not.
My lawyer's telling me it's illegal detainment right now.
That's fine. Your lawyer can tell you whatever he wants.
It is an illegal detainment. You know that.
It's not. I can hold you up for an hour while I investigate this crime.
For what? There's no articulate of a crime. That's the thing. I'm a photographer, and you can't use that suspicion of a crime.
That's fine.
You can't do that. I'm ready to leave. This is illegal detainment. Yep, no, he's just standing here staring at me. Yeah, you come with a camera and it doesn't matter. They're gonna hold me. They're not holding them. Are they detained?
What were they detained for?
They're harassing me and threatening me. Are they detained?
How did they threaten you?
I'm wondering, are they detained? Because I'm telling you, so why don't you go detain them?
To ask me, tell me what they did to
They harassed me, then he got in my face and hit me with his camera, basically trying to get in my face more than 6 feet. His partner witnessed it. As he came in my face with his camera, way within 2 feet, was in my face with the camera, hit my camera with his phone.
Okay.
So then why don't you go detain them now, since that's what you do?
Like I did with you first.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to detain them.
All right.
See, because that's how it always goes. You're going to detain me when I'm not done no crime. This is why people don't respect the police at all. I've had all good interactions with Henderson police. You're going to be the first one. I cannot believe this. What a tyrant. So what are you investigating? Are we still here?
Yeah.
You're not investigating, you're just standing there. What are you investigating? Can I know?
I'm detaining you while it's being investigated.
For what?
We're going to be looking at the...
That I'm on a public street?
It's not a public street.
It is. I drove down and came back. How do I know that? From where does it... show me a sign where it shows that I can't be here. Show me a sign where it shows that this is a private street. Show me a sign, because there's none, and you know that. So don't try to do an illegal thing because I'm on a street.
Nobody's trying to do an
You're trying to illegally trespass me because I came down a street and didn't know where I was at.
Talk over everybody.
No.
If you want me to explain, I'll explain.
Okay, explain it to me.
But if you keep talking over
Okay,
me,
I'm waiting.
this part of the road is private. You just said that you understood that it's owned by Ahern.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I said this property is Ahern. This is a public
road,
easement.
From here down to this first index. Go for it.
But this is a public easement. So where do I have public to get out of here?
easement.
How do I get out of here when it says visitor access that way? I went and followed a sign that says
Right.
visitor access.
But then when
I
you
got there and realized there was gates.
Again, you're talking
Okay,
over me.
okay, tell me.
Do you want me to tell you?
I
or
do.
you
I'm just
want to
upset
sway?
about being illegally detained for nothing.
You're not being illegally detained. All right. We have information stating that you were on private property. You were advised by security
I
that you
wasn't
needed
advised.
to leave that property, and that you argued that that was public property.
I wasn't advised to leave ever.
Okay.
So they don't.
That's what I'm telling you.
I
That
want to
I
see
was
that on
advised
camera.
of. So I have reasonable
lying.
suspicion. You're in an area where a crime is being reported. I can detain you for up to an hour to determine whether or not that crime occurred.
Okay,
right.
but I'm ready to leave because I was never asked to leave.
That's fine.
So
but
until
like
they
I
ask me to
said,
leave, you can't trespass
I'm
me,
telling
right?
you that I was told you were asking.
But I'm asking, I haven't been, so I'm asking you now. Unless they've
Now
told
I'm
me to
telling
leave.
you that I'm detaining you for up to an hour
But-
until we determine
but
whether
until
or
they
not
told me
the
to
crime
leave.
of trespass. You want to continue talking over
No,
me?
I'm asking you a question.
done talking
I'm
to you.
asking you a question.
I'll let you know when you're free to leave.
I'm asking you a question though about
I'll let you
how
know when
can
you're free to leave.
how can they trespass me when they haven't even asked me to leave? And it's not. This is a public roadway. I went off there. There's no signs that show that it's a private property, private roadway.
All right.
So I mean, I'm asking you. Can you show me a sign where it shows that? So I knew that I was not supposed to come in here. Because how was I supposed to not be able to come in here? This is public businesses all the way down this road. That's what I'm asking you. So I mean, what's wrong? So how is that? I come down the road, and then I get harassed by them. They say they're going to call the FBI, so I say I'm not going to run from law enforcement. I'll wait for law enforcement.
Yeah, I know.
And that's it.
You do this everywhere you go.
I don't.
You do.
I don't. I film. I've been filming for you a long time.
Okay.
I don't have a problem following the law. If I was asked to leave, I'd be able to leave. But this is a public area. There's a public easement to get out. I had to be on a public easement to get out.
Okay.
What you're saying, okay, but isn't that the law? The ADA laws?
ADA?
Yeah. Where's the public easement? You have to have public easement at all times, even on
ADA
private,
laws?
even on private property.
Okay.
Where's the public easement? You said this was it, right? So I'm on the road riding up. There's nothing I did wrong. So I'm allowed to film and I'm allowed to ride up this road and go back up.
And I'm allowed to detain you for up to an
I
hour
know.
while I
I
determine
didn't
whether
say
or not
you
a crime
weren't.
occurred.
I didn't say you weren't.
You keep saying that I'm detaining you for no reason.
It's an illegal detainment.
It's not.
It is, because there's no crime that's been committed.
There's a crime being reported.
Doesn't matter. So then they should be arrested for that illegal reporting an illegal a false statement. That's a false 911 call.
We'll find out if it is. Nobody said it was a 911 call.
They said it was.
Who did?
You?
I didn't say it was a 911 call.
Yeah, you just showed up on the street.
There's more than just 911
Oh,
calls.
311. So now you're going to be all politically correct. Okay.
Yes, you want to be correct, right?
Yeah. I'm going to get my water out of my bag.
That's
Is
fine.
that cool? All right. I'm not here to do ill will to you guys. I respect the cops when they do their job
understand,
right.
like I said, I know who you are. I've seen your videos.
All right, I appreciate it. And you'll see that I was always... What about the Army video, if you've seen my videos?
I haven't seen all of them.
What about the Army one? Did you see the Army one? That's
didn't see the Army
I
one.
premiered that officer because he was amazing that I was allowed to film from that public sidewalk and the Army called the cops on me. And he told them that they were totally ignorant for doing that. And if I wanted to raise my stick, I can raise my stick. If I want to do this, which I don't try to antagonize. I just come up and film things and then I walk off. That's it.
Like I said, man.
But this is not right to detain me. It's one thing to talk to me and ask me, and if you would have said they asked me to leave, I would have just left.
Right.
So that's what I'm waiting for you to say, because I was never asked to leave.
I'm telling you.
I'm getting a battery out too.
That's fine. I'm telling you that they told me you were asked to leave.
I know, but I wasn't.
And if you were asked to leave, then you'd be trespassing.
All
right?
I was told.
We can agree on that? Can we agree on that? That if you were asked to leave, and they told you that was private
But
property,
I was never asked to leave.
Okay, but I'm telling you, but if they had.
I'm not going to play the if game, because you won't play that with me either.
I will play that with you.
Because I
Right?
feel that that's just the entrapment. They never asked me.
So hear me out. If they had asked you to leave, and you refused at that point, you would have been trespassing. If you can agree to that, then you can agree that I have a reason to detain you to find out if that occurred.
Yeah, I was never told that this is a public easement, and I'm allowed to be on this public easement anywhere I go. That's all I'm going to keep saying, because that's what it is. Where's my damn water, man? But I'm letting you know right now, if I'm told to leave, I'd leave. Okay. There's no reason to try to trespass me or get ID, because that's not gonna happen for something I didn't do. That's the one thing that I'm more mad about. There's no reason for me. I have nothing to hide. Obviously, you see my videos, I have nothing to hide. So my problem with this is that, you know, I'm stuck here and I haven't been told to leave, and I'm already off there. I'm not even on their property, and I've been everywhere. I was over here talking to the snorkel guys, talking to them forever. Okay. They were telling me this is funny. They keep, and they were like, they said, they keep pulling up and harassing you, circling you with 3 cars. They almost crashed into each other in the street. They blocked a semi coming up. It was hysterical. That's why I stayed, to watch these guys keep doing that. It's funny. Why would you do that as grown men? For nothing. And I'm not even on your property ever. I'm not passing any unauthorized gates or anything, so it doesn't matter. I went down the street, going up the street. I'm filming. If you look down there, what's down there? The mountains. It's pretty nice. Just saying.
Trespassing down their property and asked to leave. He says that he was never asked to leave at any point.
Okay.
He says that he went down, was filming around, and used the easement to come back up.
Okay.
So he's claiming he was never asked to leave, never went past any point where it says private entry or any of that nature. He's saying that he was down there on their property, he was advised that it was their property, and he was asked to leave and was told, go call the FBI. Was what he said to them. So
they never asked me to leave. He just said, I'm gonna call the FBI. That's what, I mean, it was funny. These guys at Snorkel were laughing so hard across the way, bro. He goes, he yelled, he goes, you're gonna call the FBI for a guy with a camera? And that guy got on, and then he refrains and says, it was the guy in the hard hat, it was the first guy that was there, come up on me. He said, I said, sir, it's a public road, I'm just going up and down the road, da da da. He goes, well, you don't have to leave, but it just make my job easier. Just leave, please.
Okay, so this is where we're at right now, okay?
Okay, I'm willing to leave from the, I'm not gonna mess with them anymore.
Okay, so this is what all comes down to with us, man, is everybody's allowed to film where like Republic has access, right?
Yep.
Our understanding is, we're gonna screw over here a little bit with the
yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
it's been pretty bad.
Our understanding is this is a private drive.
Okay.
Hold on. So our understanding is this is a private drive, okay? You know what I mean? So on a private drive, you don't have the liberty to go on a private property to film. You know what I'm saying? Especially this is owned and maintained by the company. It isn't owned and maintained by the city.
It's not owned and maintained by them, though.
No, so that's what's right at the bottom of it, is it Ahern that owns it. If Ahern owns it and you're on their property, they can trespass you from the property. You know what I mean?
They could if they asked you already to leave before that point. If they told you to leave.
If they told you to leave.
But if they haven't, and all he said was, and I told him over and over, I said,
actually, I'm gonna go back on that for a second. Anybody on anybody's property can be trespassed, even if they never went on the property.
We're not gonna arrest you for trespassing until after.
It just means you just get trespassed. Now, if you come back, you can be arrested. But to be trespassed, you don't have to be on the property and asked to leave. They can trespass you regardless.
So, but they never asked me that. And what it was is he said, I'm gonna call the FBI. They cackle him. That's why I said they told me right away.
Over here?
There was a whole bunch of guys in here, yeah, in the back doing their break. They cackled him. It was funny, and they said, then he said, I said, okay, good. If you're gonna call the FBI, if that's what you're really doing, because I don't think the FBI is gonna show up for a camera. I'm not gonna run from law enforcement. And like you said, if you've watched my videos, that's what I always say. I'm not gonna run from you guys and have you guys find me 3 blocks away and think I was running. So then they can say, he ran. He knew he was, no. I know I'm doing something right. I looked at Google Maps. This is a regular street. It has access to multiple businesses. I actually rent from here, so I've actually done business with this company.
But even though Google shows it coming in,
I understand what you're saying now. They're saying it's a private drive, but on Google it shows it's public roadway. See, that it's not owned by any one company here.
And it could show that, but doesn't take away from the fact that it actually is.
But they don't own it. The people that are trying to trespass me from the road.
They're saying that they own, so this little intersection right here, they own past that.
They don't. It's on Google. I mean, I'm not going to go back. I'm not trying to cause issues. That's not my thing.
Right.
I want them to know, though, that you're not going to threaten me with the FBI and then I'm going to run.
And like we're not going to do any of that. But one thing I'll tell you, though, is this. So they have a picture of you on the property.
When I rode down on the scooter.
Right. Yeah. So because that you were on the property, they want you trespassed.
But that's because I had to get out. They never asked me, and all I did was flip around. And I've been up here talking to these guys and filming over here for the whole time. So I'm willing to leave, but I'm not going to ID for something I didn't do wrong. Because there's no signs. If you could show me one sign that shows me this is not a public roadway, that this is private property, or I'm not allowed to enter here, you won't, because it says visitor access down here. So I was going down there to check out. I was actually going to the visitor access to see if I can tour the plant. I thought it was kind of cool. I looked it up. It's a titanium plant. Let me check it out, right? I get down there, security pulls up on me within 2 seconds and is like, you can't be down here. I'm gonna call the FBI. But I said, wait a minute. I said, it's a public. He goes, well, you could be here, but just, man, I can't have, I mean, it's making my job hard. So he backpedaled. You know, he's not telling me it's private property at all. He's saying it, then he's backpedaling. And that's what I'm saying. If he would have said, this is private property, you need to be, you're gonna get trespassed. No, all he said was, I'm gonna call the FBI. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for the FBI. I asked him multiple times on the camera, over and over and over, are you calling the FBI yet? If you are, let me know, I'll wait. If not, I'm leaving. The only reason I'm waiting is because I'm not gonna run from law enforcement. I say it over and over on the camera. So I'm just, I mean, I told him I'm waiting to leave. I'm supposed to meet my wife anyways for dinner. She's not going to be happy about this, that if I tell her, she hates that I'm filming. Okay. So I'm not going to bother them, but they don't need to come in their cars. I would like you guys to ask them. They wanted to circle me in their cars. He got within, I'm not going to show you because it's totally aggressive, within this close, hit my camera with his phone, you know, trying to get in my face. His guy, and you better not lie, because I mean, I would hope you'd be honest. The bald guy said that the other guy told him stop, because he was all chasing me in my face with the thing. I almost fell over my scooter. Gotcha. It's not right what they did. Gotcha. And I told him, I kept asking him, should I wait for the FBI? All I want to know is, did you really contact her? Are you trying to bluff me? I'm leaving regardless. Gotcha. I came here, I got a few good shots because it's awesome. They got cement trucks mixing the cement non-stop, pouring it. Have you ever seen them clean a cement truck? I bet you haven't. I never even knew how they did that. Okay. It's a chemical truck that comes in, pumps it in, and the chemical must do something with the cement to make it run out.
And you're filming that?
Yeah, I mean that's all, and that's what I was really filming, was the cement truck. I never cared about that.
And this is what I'll tell you, like, and I wasn't here, so I'm not saying one way or another, but when people, these businesses have people come on the property filming, it makes people uneasy. That's what it is.
I understand that.
Now with them not knowing what happened, not picking sides of that either, but they have a job to do. They're doing their best to try to do their job, not to say what they did was right or wrong, while still trying to protect your liberties and your rights as well. Okay, so just give me a few minutes and we'll talk with them, and I'm gonna try to get you out here. Okay, just sit tight, okay. Yep. But that's where we're at though. Okay, is their concern is you being on their property.
And my biggest concern right now is that I am unwilling to identify for, there's no reason to identify for a crime I haven't committed, because I don't want to do that for something just because they wanted to cry over their feelings. I understand people are uneasy with the camera, and I will respect you there. If somebody stood in front of my house, one of my videos is a parking enforcement lady sitting in front of my house for over 45 minutes in a blacked out car. I walk out to confront her. I got fined by the HOA because you're not allowed to confront somebody from the HOA. Gotcha. And I got 1 million views on that. I was called Karen more than her. So, gotcha. Okay. But I'm just saying, that's my thing. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to bother them, but they chased me up here nonstop. I got it on camera nonstop. Okay. My lawyer was on the phone watching it live. You know, I called him up to make sure everything was cohesive. And because I've been doing, like he said, I've been doing this a while. I know better now what to do. That's why I check Google Maps. That's why I check everything. That's why I question them. Should I leave? Is the FBI coming, or should I wait for the FBI? What do you want? They play a dead silent game. Well, at that point, I'm going to wait then. That means you must be waiting. Okay. And then they had 3 more cars pull up and, you know, circle me. I'm like,
let me go wrap with them and I'll
all right, okay? I appreciate it. Before you go over, what's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Van Beveren.
Because you're a sergeant.
Yeah, 1337.
How long have you been in the police?
15 years.
I can tell, man. Very professional. Appreciate it. And you, man, I'm not going to say you're unprofessional. If you've watched my videos, I'll probably give you a B. I'm not going to lie and say I'm going to give you an A.
You do whatever you like to do, man.
All right, man, we're wrapping up, okay?
We're good, man.
So this is then.
Hey, it's First Amendment, bro. I'll smile for you. You want the smile?
Yeah, give me a smile.
Look.
I can't see.
Oh, no, bro. I need to be safety first, bro. Safety first.
Man, we can get a smile.
No, bro. I got kids and wife. She won't like that if I take off this mask. So right on, bro. No ill will, man. You have a good day.
So I'm gonna get you out of here, so just so we're on the same page. So I explained what their concern was with their businesses. With that, we have other multiple businesses, but this is we want to get more definitive information on who owns the road, who has rights to what. So with that being said, there is no trespassing going on right now. You're free to leave, unless you have any questions.
So we are here, guys. You see, Pitbull Cop Watch Las Vegas. We are here. We're filming. Oh, look at the dog. He's awesome. Look at the dog. I didn't even notice you, buddy. And so here's the Henderson PD. I gotta say they did a good job. I don't know if I agree with the detainment, but other than that, I mean, they explained the laws to me or what they think. I got his contact information for the sergeant. He's very helpful. He's gonna I'm gonna contact him and do a follow-up to see what this road access, who actually owns this road. You know, that way it's just better to learn the laws before you come and try to do things.